Now let us look at the Dasa Buktis for this native with the Leo Lagna Sagittarius 5th bhava. The moon is placed in Ashwini second pada, therefore the native will have the beginning of his Dasha with Ketu, a balance of 3 years and 7 months. So the next Dasha would be Venus Dasha. Ketu of course is in the 11th house from the Lagna, therefore should not have been any childhood problems. Now the next Dasha is Venus Dasha, Venus Bukthi from 58. Now Venus is a natural benefic. He is a lord of the 3rd and the 10th, posted in the 4th. He is a natural benefic and a functional neutral. He is the 3rd lord and the 10th lord, one Kendra lord and the 3rd lord. Since he is not the lord of the 6, 8 and 12, he does not carry any malefic influence. Therefore, he does not even he has one benefic, that is the 10th house, Kendra house, but the other house is the 3rd house, so he becomes a neutral positive. We can say neutral positive and not neutral negative. So the Dasha of Venus will definitely be good. The native will enjoy all the luxuries of the 4th house Karatattvas of having parents and being secure and being happy. Now let us look at the Sabdashas of the Venus Mahadasha. Venus Dasha, Venus Bukti would be entry to school. Venus Dasha Sun Bukti is a 3-11 combination, therefore the native would have enjoyed all the benefits and must be doing well in school. Venus Dasha Moon Bukti would be a changer because Moon is in the 8th house from the Dashanata. Therefore, there could have been some changes in the family or some changes with their parents, or maybe a change of school too, or maybe bad health. All the threes are possible. Now Venus Dasha, Mars Bukti, Mars is the 9th Lord Dasha, Yoga Karaka Dasha, and exalted aspecting the 9th house would be a benefic Dasha. The native will have all the comforts and must be doing extraordinarily well in school. Then we have the Venus Dasha, Rahu Bukti. Rahu Dasha in Venus Bukti may not have been bad because Rahu's dispositor Jupiter is in the 9th from the Dashanata, and Jupiter is well placed in Leo, which is the Rashi Lagna of the native in the Navamsha. Therefore, Venus Dasha, Rahu Bukti, Venus Dasha, Jupiter Bukti would be good. Now, in 1971, he gets Venus Dasha, Saturn Bukti. Here, it may not have been such a good Dasha, even though Saturn is the exalted Dasha, well placed in the Navamsha in his own sign. The reason being, Saturn influences the 5th house of education, and Saturn is in the 12th house from Venus. Saturn is not aspected by any favorable planet other than the moon, who is the 12th lord. Venus, therefore, Venus Dasha, Saturn Bukti, therefore, will be a uphill task for the native from 71 to 74, or it would be a downtrend for education in 71 to 74. Venus Dasha, Saturn Bukti is generally a very favorable Bukti because they are best of friends, and here Saturn is exalted. He should have done good to the native, but since he aspects the 5th house, the native would have done well in other parameters of life other than education. Saturn Dasha, Mercury Bukti would follow the downtrend because one, it is in a 2-12 combination, And the second thing is Mercury is Nicha in the Navamsha. A Nicha Dasha in the Navamsha or a Nicha Bhukti in the Navamsha is not at all favorable because it will give negative results. The Dasha of a Nicha planet in the Rashi chart and an same planet being exalted in the Navamsha will be a very good Dasha. But a Dasha which is Nicha in the Navamsha is always considered to give you bad results. Therefore, from 74 onwards, there will be a downward trend as far as the education of the native goes. When will the native have children? The native will marry early in this chart because Venus is placed in the 4th house of happiness. Venus is also the Karaka for marriage. This is a 54 chart, therefore by 24 the native will marry. But the Sun Dasha, which is the next Dasha, will not give the native children. Even though Sun is placed in the Kutumba Sthana and it is the Lagna Lord, Sun has no influence on the 5th house. The second thing is Sun generally does very good only in 3, 6 and 11. The rest of the houses are not favorable houses for Sun. The next Dasha will be the Moon Dasha. The Moon Dasha will be a favorable Dasha for children even though it is on the whole not a very favorable Dasha. Since it is the 12th Lord in the 9th house, the native will... Moon is placed in the 9th house, it is the 12th Lord. Even though Parashara has mentioned that the Sun and Moon being the lords of the 6, 8 and 12 will not carry its dosha. In practice, we have observed that when Sun or Moon being the 12th lords have definitely shown its ups and downs in the bhava it is placed. Here Moon being the 12th lord is placed in the 9th house of Bhagya. Even though Mars and Saturn is aspecting the Moon, again Saturn aspect on the Moon may not be considered positive. Mars aspect on the Moon can be considered positive because the 9th Lord is aspecting the 9th house and the Moon. Therefore, Moon Dasha will see a lot of changes in the native. Here we are concentrating as to when the native may have children. The nearest point for the native to have children will be Moon Dasha, Jupiter Bukthi. Jupiter is the 5th Lord exalted in the Rashi chart, well placed in the Navamsha in the Lagna of the Rashi chart. Therefore, Jupiter is benefic for the Moon Dasha. It is placed in the Kendra from the Moon. Therefore, it forms a Gajakesari Yoga. During the period of Gajakesari Yoga, that is the Moon Dasha Jupiter Bukti, the native will have children. And so we come to this conclusion that the native will have children in Moon Dasha Jupiter Bukti. And we have seen that there is ups and downs in education whenever the Dasha Bukti influences the 5th house. Hope this lesson has been useful to you. Please do like, share and subscribe. Follow me at G3 Astro. Signing off. Bye bye, Gayatri.